I knew something was wrong when I couldn't get a hold of him because it wasn't like him not to answer my call. And I had started calling that night around 10:30 because he said he'd be home between 10 and 11. And I always called him 30 minutes before he was supposed to be home to remind him to leave where he was at because he was bad with time management. And so I would always call him to remind him, hey, you need to head this way, you know, be safe, I love you. You know, and I started calling and I couldn't get him, and I called all the way up until about 2 o'clock, and at 2:30 I got a call from is when I got a call from the detective.
What did the detective tell you?
He just said he needed to come to my house. They wouldn't tell me anything.
And when he arrived, what did the detective say?
He said that they were shot and had been deceased. They were deceased.
What was that time like between receiving the call and them arriving? What was going through your mind at that time?
All kinds of stuff, because I didn't know. I knew from the questions that he had answered that they were to the hospital and that's all I knew. And that the detective was coming to my house, and when he said he had to stop in Garland, and that I knew Cam, that's where Cam lived, and I just knew. I started calling my mom. I don't have any family here. My mom lives, 3.5 hours west. My dad's in New Mexico. And so I started calling my mom and telling her I was worried and I didn't know what was happening, and I couldn't wrap my head around it. I thought it was a sick joke. It was a prank. I really thought it was a joke. Even today it's surreal. It doesn't feel real. And my baby's not coming home.
She don't want to show her face out.
You said you have so many questions. When they told you where they were,
I have no idea, because they knew not to, they weren't those kids. They hung out up here at Burner Park and Friendship Park. They played basketball. They went and hung out. They hung out at each other's houses and that. They weren't like street kids. That's not who they were. We don't know.
I know at last check, police do not have a suspect in custody. Do you have any idea who could have done this or why?
No, not at this time.
What would your plea be to folks that watch all of our news if they might know something?
If you know something, please say something. Please say something. Please get justice for Kamari and Cameron. They deserve justice. These boys did not deserve. It's not that anybody deserves it, but these two sweet souls did not deserve it. They were good kids. They had a future, a bright future. And they lit up every room they walked into. If you were able to meet them, like, you would just love them. Like, everybody just fell in love with them the minute you met them. Like, Kamari was just that person. Like, he just, he impacted every life he touched. Like, there are communities across Texas and across the United States that are affected by this.
For you, ma'am, I know part of the reason you asked us not to show your face is because a person has not been arrested for this. Can you talk about the fear that you have felt every day since, when there hasn't been an arrest?
It's horrifying, knowing that they're still out there and they know, like, we just don't know. We're just trying to be safe, and keep the other, because Cam had siblings, there's other people involved, and and bless her heart, I love her to death. She couldn't come. I told her, I said, I will come. I will do this for us and for our boys. But no, it's taking everything I got to stand here and not fall down in a ball. Because they were our babies.
So they were friends, and you and his mother are good friends, right?
We weren't very, close, but we were close because of the boys. Like, if Cam wasn't at my house, they were at her house. Like, both boys lived at both houses. Like, they lived there, Cam would come in my house. Every time he'd come in my house, he'd run up and give me a big hug. Hi, Mama, how you doing? Are you okay? Do you need anything? Can I do anything for you? I couldn't have seen him in 2 or 3 weeks. And the first things in his mouth when he walked in my house was, hey, Mama. Are you okay? And Kamari was the same way with them. I mean, they were family. They were both my sons. They were both his mom's sons. Like, we were family.
Ma'am, what is the LLC and LLK? Can you tell me what that stands for?
It was their initial nicknames that their classmates called them at school.
What were the nicknames?
I'm not gonna say. LLC and LOK.
Is it Google? Can we Google it?
I don't know.
So tell me, I thought about it coming over here. They talk about death in the year of firsts, and Good Friday, Easter is coming up. Did you all have plans?
We did. I was planning on going back home to visit my mom and go to church with her.
Does that still happen?
That's not happening right now. I can't travel. I can't drive 4 hours right now.
Is there anything we didn't ask you, ma'am, that you wanted to say?
Not that I can think of right now. Just know that these boys were very loved and very cherished by a lot of people and everybody that they knew. Like, this is senseless. It doesn't make any sense. So, if anybody has information or knows anything, please come forward and say it, because we need to get justice for our boys.
My last question, I think probably all will probably be done, but can you talk about, you talked about obviously justice for the boys, but safety-wise, getting this person off the streets, why that's important?
Because of the nature of the crime, whoever did this has no soul. They don't have a conscience. They don't value life or anybody else's life. And people like that don't need to be on the street. And yeah, I want justice. My babies will never see the light of day again. They don't have a future no more. You took that from them. You took their life. It wasn't an accident. It wasn't, you took it.
We appreciate your time, ma'am. We're sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
This is where your son went to school.
He went to Berkner his freshman and junior or sophomore year, and then he was in JJAEP his junior year, and then we moved to Plano, and he was enrolled at Plano Senior High School. He had been attending Gwen Special Programs and was getting ready to graduate from there and go back over to Plano Senior to finish out and graduate and walk the stage. He was graduating in 2 months.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Probably take off my microphone.
What's the most puzzling part of this for you? I'm sorry.
The most puzzling part,
Yes, ma'am.
why they were down there, why this had to happen, who convinced them to go down there, or, why? Because they knew better. It was ingrained, it was instilled. So we don't know why. And we don't know why it came to that. Like we just don't know why. We don't have any answers. And that's the hard part, is not having the answers. Everybody keeps asking her, like, we don't know either. Nobody, tell us anything either.
Do the police have their phones?
Yes, the police have
where
their
you gonna
phones,
find that?
and they have gotten into them, and it's been unlocked. And as far as I know, there are some leads, and that's all I know right now.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Grab these back. Very sorry.
Yes,
for your loss.
I don't know which ones are
Phones.
whose.
You're fine. She don't want to be on. She don't want to be on. She just wanted to do the audio. She don't want to show her face. But this is the mom of the Kamari. It was Kamari. Then the other young man name was Cam. They're both 18. If y'all recall, when I was having the smash, smashing the scanner. Last Friday, that's the one I went to. This is one of the moms. The other one couldn't do it. She said she couldn't do it, but she don't know why they was in. She don't know why they was over there in Dixon either. But she said somebody. She said she want to know who convinced them to go over there. So what's finna find out is, because a lot of people don't know no better.
Okay, thank you.
The phones.
Thank you for being here with me.
The phones tell it all, guys.
Okay, my toes hurt. I'm having a tippy toe.
Yeah.
Curious, I know that they both went here for a while.
Yeah. Shout out to No More Violence
They
too.
met here at Burton her freshman year. And Cam go to Apollo? No. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, it was here at Burtner. Because Kamari went to Apollo Junior High. And then we came to
But the
Burtner.
police they just got the phone.
And they've been
That's
here
what it
since the day they met.
They got video. Well, the video,
Class,
they need them
sports,
phones. The
football,
phones should be the
yeah,
one that text them, let them know why they came over. Because they don't know why they came.
The phones is gonna tell you.
Yeah, them phones will tell you.
Yeah, everything will come through.
And I still don't understand why these boys be,
We're all putting these slides on it.
why they do all their dirty work on the phone anyway. They catch it every time.
The phone gonna lead them to the next
Every,
person they talk to.
every time.
Absolutely.
And you just went over and killed these boys. You know you just was on the telephone to come over.
I just pray they got the police got the phone.
She said they got the phone.
Oh, the police got it.
Yeah, the police got the phone.
Oh,
And they got
They
leads.
caught. Oh,
Yeah, they caught. That's what I said.
They better run.
How you doing? Look at the last call. Hey, meet me over here in Dixon. What's that? South Dallas.
And
Oh,
that's
we're
what
not
I-
familiar with it.
That's what I thought.
You know. Come on,
Somebody
man.
let them now.
Boy, I wish them boys would have told me somebody told them to come to
Oh,
Dixon
I've been had that.
and they ain't never been.
Oh my God.
All them diamonds, girl. Yeah, that was the first championship ring. The other one was too big. I can't wear it.
Here's man.
You not gonna fall, is
Here's her son. Her son was Aaron Law, I told you.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
I did. I was like,
They good people.
I had a ball.